This is the Padres Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Diego Padres. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
A shaky second inning for Walker Buehler, a disaster in the 6th and 7th for the Padres bullpen, and the offense unable to break through for the big inning with a bullpen meltdown in between. The result, an 8-3 loss to the Cubs, evens the series at a game apiece with the finale tomorrow at 1:10 before the Thursday day off, and then the White Sox after that. This is your Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network, numero uno en el mundo in the world of sports. That's right, the number one podcast network, and of course, Locked On Padres podcast day in, day out with Javi Reyes, a great show as well here on this channel. I'm Jim Grieshaber. Call me Grease. 8-3 the final. The series tied 1-1. The Pods just could not get it going tonight, could not find their way against Edward Cabrera, the former Marlin, who's been really good for a very good Cubs team so far this year. Again, 1-1 the series against the best team record-wise the Padres have played this year. Let's kick it on the postcast. I'll tell you what's up.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Oh, the missed opportunities. Oh, the 2-out runs scored by the Cubs. Oh, Pete Crow-Armstrong with the big hit. Yeah, I know, man. Edward Cabrera had the sinker going tonight, too. And look, the result is an 8-3 win for the Cubs. A 4-run seventh sealed the deal, but the Padres scored 1 run in each of 3 innings, the 2nd, the 4th, and the 6th. Cubs got 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 6th, and 4 in the 7th. And in particular, Kyle Hart, who you guys know I can't stand, and I don't know how he's in the big leagues. Blame it on my wild heart. Kyle Hart, look, I call him like I see him. And then, man, Morgan, who's been bad lately, he's just scuffing lately with himself. He comes in and he's not any good. And then Wandy Peralta comes in and gets ripped all over the yard. So they give up 6 runs in the 6th and 7th innings combined. The Cubs scored 2 in the 2nd off Walker Buehler, who had trouble with control tonight. Walker Buehler. Anyone? Yeah, everyone's walking. And the 2-out runs. So those things were there. They happen. It's baseball. You know, they talked about it in the postgame, and I can't remember who said it. It doesn't really matter. None of them are actually that memorable. But one of the hosts of the Padres postgame show said, you're going to win 60 games, you're going to lose 60 games, right? It's what you do in the other 42 that will determine the success or failure of your season. And I thought that was great and profound, and I loved it. And we already got some action in the comments on the live YouTube. Fernando deserves some real critique at this point. I don't need HRs, but I need some production, says Edgar. Yeah, more on Fernando in a moment. I don't know what's up with this dude, man. People talk about the PEDs and all that crap, and he had the 140 homer season. And, you know, the guy does everything every day. He's amazing. He plays 2 positions flawlessly. He gets on base a lot. He's still hitting 250. But you need your superstars to play like superstars, and Fernando Tatis Jr. just has not done it. All right, you know, the Padres and the Cubs, and the Cubs are a very good team, by the way. They're 18-12, Padres 19-10, right there for the Braves right there, the Dodgers right there, Yankees, Padres, and Cubs, best records in baseball right now. So the best team record-wise that the Padres have played this year, Cubs big spenders in free agency. They bring in Cabrera on a deal. They bring in Bregman from the Red Sox, and the Sox thought they had him locked up. So pretty good, you know, and Bregman wasn't in the starting lineup tonight. He would come in later and make some noise, as he usually does. But, you know, Walker Buehler had a real good first inning, and then in the second, here it comes, a leadoff walk to Hop. Then Bush walks, so he walks the first 2 hitters. What percentage of the time, and this is a rhetorical question, because it's almost all of the time, where you walk the first 2 hitters, do you at least give up a run? Well, he gave up 2 runs on 1 hit because he walked the first 2 guys. So walks Hop, walks Bush, then he strikes out Kelly. Look, and you're like, all right, 1 down, you get the double play, boy. You're out of here. No. Yeah, Darby Swanson doubles to center field. Bush scores, Hop scores, you know, and they got Crow-Armstrong, and then they got Shaw, but you just couldn't get that big pitch and make the out. So it's 2-0 Cubs there. Bottom of the 2nd, though, the Pods get one right back. Xander Bogaerts, who's been really good this year, man. As much crap as we gave him and everybody gave him last year, like, I mean, look, he has to prove everything to me all over again. He's a stinking, lousy, rotten Red Sox, right? Xander Bogaerts been really good this year for the Padres. Probably their best offensive player. Yeah, I'd say so. Campusano is over 400 his last 7 games. More on him in a minute. But Bogaerts homers to left, makes it 2-1, a run on a hit for the Padres. It's 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, and, you know, things going back and forth and back, and the pitchers are dealing. Then we hit the bottom of the 4th. Ty France singles to center. Bogaerts scores. So Bogaerts homers and scores on France's single. France has been red hot Oh, to the top. He is red hot. You know what I'm saying? Ty France been killing it. So it's 2-2, man. Top of the fifth. Walker Buehler. Nice job. The 2-out single for Suzuki. Hits Hop with a pitch. They bring in Kyle Hart, and he strikes out Bush swinging. Blame it on my wild heart, right? Bottom of the fifth for the Pods. A bunt single for Bryce Johnson. He doesn't steal second. Cronin worthless. Lines out to right field. Laureano strikes out swinging, and Tati lines out to left. Then the top of the sixth comes in. Blame it on my Kyle Hart. Gives up a single and a fielder's choice bunt with the out at second. Good job there by Hart. Crow-Armstrong walks. It's always walks. Stop walking, guys, man. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely absurd to walk this many hitters, right? Wild pitch. Here comes Kyle Hart, right? Strikes out Shaw swinging, but then Horner doubles to center, scoring Crow-Armstrong and Lopez. And it's 4-2. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. And then the bottom of the sixth inning comes, and you get Campusano, singles to left. France scores, right? So you got 2 outs, Maryland Bogaerts. Then you go France with a single. Sheets hit by a pitch. Holy Sheets. France to second. Campusano, who's hitting over 400 in his last 7 games, singles to left field. Beautiful job pulling the hands in, keeps it fair down the line, and he's a catcher, so he got a single. France scored. Sheets goes to third, carrying the piano the whole way. I know because I used to do it, and my coach would be like, Grease, let the piano go. Sorry, coach. It's not a piano. It's an imaginary piano that I can't see and no one else can see. It just looks like I'm pulling it, and that's what Campusano looks like when, when he's running. So tough job there. But then in the 7th inning is where it all went to, you understand how that goes. A walk for Morgan to walk the leadoff hitter. It's Suzuki walks. Wandy Peralta comes in, and here's where it got really bad. Hop grounds out to the pitcher. Suzuki goes to second. Bush gets hit by a pitch. Are you kidding me? Walks and hit batsman. Just, dude, really? Kelly grounds into a fielder's choice. Bush is out at second. So now you got 2 outs, right? It's still 4-3. Bregman hits for Lopez, and Peralta is left in the game. Right around this time, Craig Stammen left. So this, by the way, we're going to do this right now.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Because with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning and Bregman at the dish and Wandy Peralta on the mound, these next 2 hitters, these are their guys in that spot. You know what? I didn't want to do this because Stammen left the game to go to a funeral, and he's got to go to a funeral. But you're still a big league manager, so the hell with it.
Since hindsight is always 20/20, let's deliver today's second guess.
The second guess is definitely leaving Peralta in to face Bregman there. He singles to right as a pinch hitter, hitting for Lopez. Scores Suzuki. Crow-Armstrong homers to center, scoring Kelly and Bregman. Why do you leave Peralta in to pitch to those 2 guys in that spot? Easy for me to do. Low-hanging fruit. Cherry picking. I get it. Stammen left for a funeral. Not trying to be too hard on him. Personal lives matter. But you know what? If you lose the division by a game or you miss the playoffs by a game, are you not going to be hard on him for that stupid move of leaving Peralta in to face Bregman and Crow-Armstrong in that spot? You got a 1-run deficit. The way you've been playing, you're going to come back. And your bullpen just blows the game for you, which leads me to...
Uh-oh, somebody messed up, and it's time to let them know with who fudged up.
Some of these things are corny. I get it, but hey, it's we're doing the best we can over here. As there's no we, it's not me. I just play what they tell me to play. But anyway, France had 2 hits tonight, and he's been good lately. Bogaerts had the homer, but it just they didn't come through with the big inning offensively like they've been doing lately. 3 runs, not enough against a guy like Cabrera and the Cubs. They're playing really well. You got to get to that bullpen more, and they didn't. So that's on them. Walker Buehler was better than last time, but 4 walks in 4 2/3 innings. He's got to cut that crap out, man. He's got to cut that crap. I think he also had a hit batsman, or was that Hart and Peralta? It doesn't really matter, right? The Padres in general had 2 hit batsmen. They had 6 walks allowed to go along with 8 hits. So 2 hit batsmen and 6 walks, 8 hits. 2 + 6 is 8. You gave up as many base runners on walks and hit batsmen as you did on hits, and you gave up 8 hits. 16 base runners, only 8 of them had to earn their way. You gave the other 8 a free pass, and you don't even want to know how many of them scored for. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they lost tonight, because Kyle Hart in 2/3 of an inning gave up a hit, 2 earned runs, a strikeout, and a walk. And I know he wasn't on the mound when they scored the runs, but they charged to him because he set them up to fail. Morgan comes in for 2/3 of an inning. A hit, an earned run, a walk, a strikeout. 20 pitches of. And then Peralta, an inning, 2 hits, 3 earned runs, a home run. Marinaccio finished it off, but it didn't matter at that point. Buehler, not the best outing. 3 walks in 4 innings. I said 4. It's 3 walks in 4 innings for Buehler. Anyone? 4 2/3. 3 hits, 2 earned runs. 92 pitches, an ERA of 5.40. Waldron has been terrible since he's come back. Marquez is god-awful. God-awful. This trifecta. And Vasquez has been not so good his last couple starts, even though he's 3-0 and the ERA is still good. Last couple starts haven't been so good for Randy. He's given us some bad. So when you throw Randy in there the last 2 starts, even though he started off the year well, you obviously Pavetta's on the IL now. He started the year off well. You got Musgrove, who knows. You got Darvish out for the year. I don't even know if he's ever going to pitch again, right? Those 3 guys have given you jack squat, and you're still 19-10 with that bullpen and the offense. Manny and Fernando haven't kicked it into high gear if they're going to this year. Manny's showing signs right now. Jackson Merrill in a terrible slump. You're still 19-10 with that rotation and those issues and the issues I talked about offensively. You are still 19-10. And no matter what I do, I'm still always late for the break. But I'm drinking milk. If you get that, you get that. Anyway, Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease, Gries. This is your Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. Couple of things to tell you about real quick here, and then we keep it moving on your postcast. More on the bullpen collapse, more on the series being tied 1-1, more on the game tomorrow. That should say 1:10 p.m., not 6:40. My dumbass forgot to change the time on the template. I changed everything else to score, but blame it on me. And you can't blame it on the vodka or the Henny. You know what I mean? Got you getting dizzy. No alcohol for me. I don't drink, but it seems like it when I do stupid things like that. So game 3 is tomorrow at 1:10. We're here right after with the postcast. It's Grease 8-3, the final. The Cubs beat the Padres. Series tied 1-1. They've won 6 straight series. Now, little asterisk, they tied the stupid 2-gamer in that bandbox in Mexico City against the D-Bags in the horrific game where they get balls runs late, and it's been a trend since then. So they split that series 1-1, but the 6 before that they won, whether it was a 3-gamer or a 4-gamer. They swept a 4-gamer, if you remember, in there. So tomorrow's a big deal. Big game tomorrow, and we're going to get to that on the other side. It's your Padres Postcast, your boy Grease, at Jim Grease _ Keep it right here, and we are coming strong with the player of the game, the X Factor, and who knows what else on your Padres Postcast. And let me tell you, I got a little public service announcement for you here. ED is way more common than most guys think, right? Millions of guys deal with it at some point, and that's exactly why HIMSS offers a straightforward way to handle it. HIMSS connects you with licensed healthcare providers online, giving you access to legitimate ED treatment options from the comfort of your home. No awkward appointments, no pharmacy lines, just a straightforward process that makes it easier to take care of yourself. The whole thing is simple. You complete a quick online intake and a provider reviews your information, right? So far, so good. If treatment is right for you, it ships discreetly to your front door and directly to your front door. No one's going to know what it is. It makes the whole experience private, stress-free. They also offer options like sildenafil, the generic for Viagra, at a fraction of the cost, plus other treatments so you can find what works best for you, because that's what matters. It's straightforward. It's transparent, designed to make getting care feel easy. To get simple, online access to personalized, affordable care for ED. Yes, that's erectile dysfunction, hair loss, weight loss, and more. All those things that feel so great about being a middle-aged guy. Visit hims.com/lockedonmlb. That's hims.com/lockedonmlb for your free online visit. hims.com/lockedonmlb for HIMSS on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. And next up, I get to tell you why I'm such a psychopath. Well, part of the reason. Anyway, if you have a sweet tooth like I do, and I have 32 of them for crying out loud, you know how tough it is to find that perfect treat without all the sugar. It just kills you. That's why the Confetti Craze 5-hour energy shot brings that nostalgic flavor back in a whole new way. This is that classic taste you remember. Think about it, right? But with a tasty caffeine boost and zero, I said no sugar. It's a quick, easy way to satisfy that sweet tooth craving while keeping things simple and on the go. I've always loved birthday cake. Can't be eating sweets all day. Come on, this is a perfect alternative. Confetti Craze 5-hour energy shots taste just like birthday cake. Vanilla, buttery flavors to let you be unapologetically extra like I am right now. And unstoppably energized like I always am. Let's go. All cake, no sugar. You can have your cake and sip it too, minus the sugar guilt, of course. I like how convenient it is as well. Small portable shot. You can grab whenever I need it and right down the hatch for the little pick-me-up. And not just a little pick-me-up. Oftentimes it's a big pick-me-up, right? It's become my go-to when I want something sweet without going overboard. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy Shot today and get cracking with 5-Hour Energy on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. And one more time for your mind, do not forget to check out the Everydayer Club for ad-free episodes and access to a group chat with Javi Reyes of Locked On Padres, other listeners and viewers of this show. It's a Discord. It's dope. You get discounts in there as well. Just check it out. Tap the link in the show notes or go to Locked On Padres, and you know the URL. Everything is in the show notes here, right? So you will be a member of the Everydayer Club, and it's really a great club to be a member of. So thank you to all the Everydayers. And if you're a newbie, we love you too. Become an Everydayer, and you can join that as well. See that? LockedOnPodcast.com/everyday. Ricky Henderson. Remember Ricky Henderson in the 1999 playoffs with Bobby Bonilla? They're back in the clubhouse, and their team's losing to the Braves, who then go on to play the Yankees, and they're going, and Ricky goes, I play cards every day, and will continue to do so. Remember that? Remember Ricky? I play cards every day. Ricky can't run without Ricky Cleats, one of the greatest players of all time, man. Ricky Henderson, former Padre, by the way. That was the team Ricky, one of a million that he played for, when he got $1 million check and it was hanging on his wall, and he thought it was cool to hang it on his wall. Rather have it hanging on his wall than cash it. And Ricky was just bananas like that. I would, you know what, Ocean View Coffee Shop, that's a hell of a handle. I want to come to your coffee shop. But Hart, Wandy, and Morgan are team killers. Morgan's been good this year. He's got a couple bad outings. Hart's a disgrace and a disaster. He doesn't belong in the big leagues. And I hate to be so harsh on the man in the arena, right? My career ended in junior college. Who the hell am I? I'm a guy who's been following the game and been a huge fan since I was 6 years old. And that was 48 years ago. Wow, killing me. But anyway, Wandy, you got to give the benefit of the doubt. He's good most of the time. Really good, as a matter of fact. But Kyle Hart, disaster. I'm with you on that one. Edgar says, would be nice if Walker could keep us in the game instead of putting us behind the 8-ball. Yeah, it would be if any of those guys, Walker, Waldron, or Marquez, and even Vasquez lately for that, you know. Yeah, I mean, people in there talking about the Dodgers losing too, so you're still behind them, right? And it's going to take everything you have to even come close to competing with this team, because they go out and sign 2 aces every damn year. And they're allowed to carry an extra pitcher because Shohei Ohtani is the darling of Major League Baseball. And they don't want to investigate the gambling case. They don't want to do anything about the deferred money. So his grandkids can gamble 50 years from now, and the Dodgers will still be paying them. But yeah, I mean, when you have that kind of envy, you're the little brother. And no matter how much you spend and no matter how many nights Petco is sold out, you can't compete with the money that the Dodgers, an internationally famous franchise, bring in unless you sign a star the caliber of Ohtani from Japan and the caliber of anybody from Cuba, you name them, you know, then maybe you might have a chance to get those. But that money coming from overseas and then the TV deal and they're in LA and you know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. And the same dude bought the Lakers. So if you're a Laker fan, then you're good. But it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Insane in the membrane, right? Is it not? Is it not? It makes you think of another Cypress Hill song, how I could just kill a man. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a Dodger man. And not literally, but figuratively, and like voodoo doll or something. You know what I mean? Because they're breaking the rules. They're big broing you like crazy. And there's nothing you can do about it as a Padre fan except enjoy the small victories when the Dodgers lose like they did tonight. Yeah. Yeah, they're human after all. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, who cares about that team? We got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? We got stuff. Let them buy whatever they want for championships. Let the Yankees do whatever they want. The Padres sell out every game. Best stadium in baseball. New ownership group coming in. I'm hearing they're going to be in on Tarek Skubal for next year, which would be, can you imagine Skubal at the top of a rotation with King and Pivetta? Good God almighty. And then Musgrove comes back as your 4. This bullpen, yo. That's it. I just want to say yo, because that's all it is just yo, because that would be incredible, right? I don't know how you guys feel about that. All right, couple quick things to do in a short time to do them in. First things first. Oh, I got to do it.
Uh-oh, somebody messed up, and it's time to let them know with Who Fudged Up.
Fernando Tatis Jr., okay? Tati, I love this dude. Who doesn't? 14 years, $340 million. Are they playing him at second base because they're going to trade him? I don't know. But he's signed through 2034. It's 2026, and he doesn't have a home run. He doesn't have a home run. We're almost out of April. The season started with 6 days left in March, or 5, whatever the hell it was. You know, we got a $10 million signing bonus, a full no trade clause for 2 more years, and a 10-team no trade clause from 2029 to 2034. The average annual value is $24.3 million. Look, he's earning the $24.3 without the homers. I hate to break it to you. If he's playing second base, hitting .280, defense the way he is, and being on base the way he is, that's a $24 million player in today's major leagues. So if you're looking at the money that he makes, you know what I'm saying? That's I hate to even do it, but when you look at the production of Fernando Tatis Jr. this season so far, and I'm going to spend an extra minute on this, you know, it's just not there, guys. I mean, he's there every night. He's on base. He's making plays. He's making great plays in the field at 2 positions. But, you know, I mean, 0 for 4 tonight, and he is just, it's insane. His projected numbers this year: 151 hits, 22 doubles, 0 homers, 0 triples, 67 RBI, and 73 walks. That's brutal. That is brutal. You know what I'm saying? He was 2 for 5 last night. He had a hit in each of the 3 games before that. You'd think he's coming around. The warning track power. But Fernando Tatis Jr., you have got to step it up and be an elite player for this team, and he is not doing it right now, which leads me to...
It's time to reveal who made the biggest under-the-radar impact with today's X Factor.
Man, today's X Factor is a little tough. It's a little tough because you just didn't see a lot of impact, you know, under the radar. Ty France 2 for 4 with an RBI. Xander with a homer. But really, the X Factor tonight was wearing the other uniform. And the X Factor tonight was Pete Crow-Armstrong. I mean, he had the 3-run homer, scored 2 runs, was in the middle of everything. So Pete Crow-Armstrong, the X Factor, along with probably Cabrera tonight for the Cubs. And that leads me to, and I don't want to do this, but I have to.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I see London. I see Ty France. Ty France 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored again tonight. He's unconscious lately, murdering the baseball, playing great defense. You know it's not going to last forever offensively. Defensively, he's just that dude. But Ty France is our player of the game tonight. On a night when the Padres lose 8-3, the series tied at 1 apiece, trying to keep that streak of series wins alive at 6 tomorrow. Now, remember, they just tied the 2-gamer against the D-Bags in Mexico City. But as far as like a winner and a loser, you know what I'm saying? They've won 6 in a row. They've still got that 19-10 record. The Cubs are 18-12. Couple of really good teams playing day baseball tomorrow at 1:10 p.m. Pacific is the first pitch. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tough to hit that ball and pick it up in the sunlight sometimes, especially when the shadows come across. But when you look at tomorrow's game, starting at 1:10 p.m., and obviously we're going to be here live right after on YouTube. Then we upload, you download Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, Roku, and Tegna TV affiliates across this great land of ours. And you have got a pitching matchup tomorrow that should be conducive to betting the over, but it should be a lot of fun, right? You got Jamison Talon, who's the righty. He's 1-1 with a 4.55 ERA, and then Matt Cauldron, 0-1 with a 12.46. Could turn Petco into a bandbox tomorrow, but we do know this. It will probably be sold out for a Wednesday day game, and I can't wait to see because the fans have really stepped up this year. Even if these guys didn't tonight, I'll give Wandy and Morgan a couple more shots, but Kyle Hart, man, dude, what the hell is going on with this dude? I'm not a fan, never have been. You know, and no, you're right, Ocean View. Tatis does not know how to use the ABS system. He does not challenge strikes at all. I mean, he just doesn't seem mentally aware sometimes. Maybe he's just one of those dudes who's always been so good, but he's not as aware mentally as a lot of his teammates are. He's just not. And he doesn't always have to be, right? Oh, Edgar's going to the game. Have fun. Best stadium in baseball, best experience down there in the Lamp. I don't even drink anymore, but I don't have to drink to enjoy the Lamp, man. You got to enjoy the Lamp. You got to love it. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the game tomorrow. I think the Pods have a good shot to take it. White Sox coming in after that. And then we turn the corner into May, and you're already hitting that part of the season, that May, June, half of July, that first long grind before the All-Star break. And Pivetta on the injured list, and Waldron and Marquez and Buehler not doing much, and Vasquez seemingly hitting the skids, and Morgan and Hart and Peralta struggling. it is not looking really great right now for the Padres, and they've somehow managed to still be 19-10. Manny hasn't taken off. Fernando hasn't taken off. Merrill's in a horrible slump, and they're still 19-10 right there with the Dodgers. So let's be happy about that. Let's be half full with that, and let's realize that it's 162 games. And after 29, the Padres are looking pretty damn good. You just told me before the season that they'd be 19-10 right now. How many of you would not have taken that? Because I would have, and Javi would have, I believe. Can't speak for him, but he'd be crazy not to. 19-10 with this team, huge. And we'll see. Stammen doing a great job in contention for manager of the year. Anybody but Mike Schill. Thank God they listened to me on that one. And they didn't listen to me. I'm just overinflating my own importance, which is something we have to do when we're not the actual players in the arena. But we are here to support them and to talk about these games every day. After every Padres game, I'm here day by day. Javi's here. YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, Roku, all those. And we are right here with your best Padres coverage in the sport, bar none. Until tomorrow, keep your game tight and your mind right. Keep watching and listening to your Padres postcast on Locked On Padres on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day, and the #1 podcast network. Shout out to Javi and shout out to all of you, the everydayers, to the newbies. Thanks for tuning in today. Make sure you subscribe and follow Locked On Padres. You get all the latest episodes. And if you never miss an episode, you're an everydayer, and you've got a club built just for you. Who doesn't like an exclusive club, right? Like South Beach in Miami or Gaslamp even on certain nights. Hey, man, or you go up to LA, like, I can't get in. Well, you can get in to the Everydayer Club, right? Get Locked On Padres ad-free, members-only Discord access, and more. Head to the custom link in the description to join the club. For those of you on video, we send you the first ever 24/7 Locked On Podcast Network YouTube channel. On audio, for your second listen, go check out the Locked On MLB. There you have it. We're out of here, and we will see you tomorrow after the game with the next episode of your Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. Thank you. I love you.